Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. Today is Monday, the 6th of June. It's crazy that it's June, but welcome, and I've got a great show for you today because we're going to be talking about the extremely incredible importance of your thumbnails and what you need to do in your thumbnails in order to get clicked on. All right, so real quick, before we get started, there'll be a link below. We have a special going on right now for VO's Journey Elite Academy, and I have some super exciting news that we are launching, finally, our own audiobook production company to where people in the academy will also be able to get on that roster, and we'll be doing, besides working with clients, to do their audiobooks for them and producing them for them and publishing them through, Amazon, etc., using our narrators that we have in the academy as our voice actors. So super excited about that, as well as public domain books, as well as brand new books that are available. So really super excited, and that's all in the academy. But anyways, we are doing half off the first month. If you're interested in checking it out, there'll be a link below. All right, so let's get on to this important topic because I've been seeing more of people talking about it, wondering about it, and I wanted to kind of relay some information about this and Fiverr and your thumbnails. Now, I think thumbnails are kind of one of those things where when we first start, it's kind of like, well, I found a picture on my computer from 15 years ago. This will work. You know what I mean? And you put it up there because it's like that's like the best picture you feel like you have of yourself, right? But let me give you kind of like an idea of how working online, the process of people, hiring you. And it's different than other processes, right? Offline. So online, the very first thing someone has to do is find you, right? They have to find you online. Okay, whether it's through your own marketing, whether it's through these websites, whether it's through ads, whatever, somebody has to find you. And once they find you, all right, you're more than likely going to be on rosters that have a lot of other people. Okay, and like on Fiverr, there's almost 30,000 other gigs, okay, up on Fiverr. So we have to make sure that the next thing that these people need to do is click on us, and we got to be enticing enough for them to click on us. And once they click on us, then they'll listen to us. So listening to our demo, all right, or our samples is usually like the third thing they do. So they've already done two other things. And that's why I talk about it a lot, right? Because it's important to, not overlook those other steps in the process, right? So right now we're talking about that second step, which is your thumbnail and what you need to do. So, and I'm using Fiverr as an example because, Fiverr's kind of set the stage now for whether it's, voices.com, Upwork, people per hour, even Voquent, although Voquent kind of does their own thing, but more and more people and these sites are going to this gig style, right? Where, people can click on you and order straight directly from you. And these websites literally act as, pass-throughs. Their job is to, maintain the marketplace, get business coming in, for you and the client to work together so that there is also a stable place and a comfortable place for people to do commerce through. So I think that, the thumbnail plays an integral role in stopping people while they're scrolling through to click on you, right? So a couple things that you need to do for your thumbnail. First off, it is so important, and of course there's always going to be an exception to this rule, but it is so important that you get your picture and a good picture of yourself, like a picture of, I always recommend people get a professional photographer and professional headshots, all right? And you let that photographer know, about what you're going to be doing, like what you're trying to accomplish. You work online, you want people to click on you, and interact with your photo. Okay? And that photo should be between 50 to 75% of your thumbnail. Okay? That's how much your picture should be. Because remember, and I always say this is funny, but even though the people who listen to our voiceovers, in the finished product will never know our name, never see our face, never know really anything about us. But the people who hire us want to know our name, want to see our face, because in their minds, think about it, they're picturing us relaying their message, building their brand, being their ambassador for whatever, they are promoting. So it's important that, we act accordingly so that they're hired, because all they have is a picture of us. Now, yes, of course, could you have different pictures? Yeah. I mean, the picture could not be of you, it could be of someone else. I don't recommend that. I always, I like to use my picture, but I do know, or I've heard of people doing it. So I think it's one of those things where my recommendation is always use your own picture, but there are some people who don't. So, be unique, use your own. But that's the first thing. 50 to 75% of your thumbnail should be your picture. And if you get some really great headshots in some great locations, you don't even need to cut out your picture, right? You won't even need to use Photoshop or whatever and take out your picture and make a transparency so you can, put it with a background. You don't need, if you have a really good background in pictures. Now, if you can't afford that, I always say mess around with your phone. Your phones these days are amazing cameras. They've got different settings. They've got different filters. You know what I mean? Try them out. You'll be really surprised at all the different things you can do, and you're looking for a unique picture. So it's really important for you to try that out. And the other part of your thumbnail, all right, needs to be clear, easily read as someone's scrolling, and short and to the point. I see a lot of people with their thumbnails put way too much stuff on their thumbnails. Way too much stuff. And the reality is that it needs to be short and concise. Something like, and I always put, you don't have to do this, but I always put my name, because I want people to know my name no matter where I am. But you don't have to put your name at front, right? But let's say you have your picture and then you say male voiceover. All right, or American male voiceover, but you don't need anything else. Like, you don't need little taglines on the bottom. You don't need all sorts of, things flying around, little, now if you want to do your own little, I see some people do little signatures and stuff, which is kind of cool, I guess. But, the reality is that you have a split second for people to actually see your face. They'll see your face first, and then they'll see your writing. Okay? And you want the writing to be easy, simple, to the point, so they understand. Okay? So e-learning voiceover, you know what I mean? Podcast intro and outro. Simple text that people can understand. And then your colors. You got to think those colors are vital. Now, I've studied colors and on my own about what the meanings and things of them are. But it's so important to have colors that are going to, again, attract people, stop them dead in their tracks. Whether it's neon orange or it's, royal blue or purple or black or green or, beautiful red or lime, whatever the color is, or it's gradient, you have different colors, or you've got different split screens, you've got all these different things that you can do. But the whole point of all of it, and don't forget, is to get someone's attention and to get them to click on you. That is key. So that thumbnail is vital to your success. So listen, I hope so, and here's the thing. What I like to do is have my picture on one side. So I'm going to do this so I'm sorry, my dog's barking in the background. Have my picture on one side. You'll see the thumbnails like which I use. I put my picture on one side and then I put the writing over here. Okay? And that way people can see your face. That way people can see the writing. Okay? And you have room. And also make sure you format it correctly. I always use 1920 by 1080. All right. So that's some way for you to do it as well. But I think it's so important to focus on getting your thumbnails right and correct so that you can have a lot of people clicking on you and get an opportunity for them to listen to the demo that you've worked so hard to create. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And don't be afraid to post a link down below to where we can look at your thumbnails. All right. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And remember that link below for a new our Academy deal and their new production company that's with the Academy. We're super excited. We're starting our first 2 books today. So very thrilled. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.